What is up, everybody? It's your boy Logo320 reporting it on your weekly video game news. And it's Thanksgiving week, guys, so I'm just gonna do it pretty much once this week, one episode, cover everything. It shouldn't be a lot anyway, due to the fact that it is holiday week. Apologize for that noise in the background. That is my heater, so I'm gonna try to talk a bit over it since it's like 19, 20 degrees here in the East Coast. But yeah, so PlayStation 4 wins another NPD, and I think, not mistaken, it's their eighth or ninth in a row. Somebody can correct me on that if they feel like it. But it's been pretty much nonstop domination the last 2 years because look at the library, look at the exclusives, look at the time exclusives, look at the time content. Just look at the games, guys. If you want to play video games, PS4 is your system. It is the world's current system. Everybody that's in the games pretty much has a PS4 at this point. If you want to play some of the most kick-ass content around, whether it's established sequels or new IPs, VR titles galore. They're leading the Game Awards nominations with 21. They're doing all the VR categories themselves, if I'm not mistaken, with Firewall. Any genre, any freaking thing, they have it covered, guys. So I'm not gonna, you know, keep freaking giving out the same info, same bullshit. You know where it's at, man. You've known where it's at the entire generation, and that's just how it is. And certain other people of other consoles, namely this one, try to throw out misinformation, refute facts, and just be idiotic, just basically to defend their console of choice, being aka a console plastic slave. And it's really pathetic at this point because we're nearing the end of the generation. You're still not getting any new content. You're wondering why you're losing. Is it the media's fault? Is it everybody's fault? No, it's the brand's fault. It's the brand's fault for being idiotic. It's Phil Spencer for some reason not firing Larry Herbert and Aaron Greenberg, and Mikey Barrow for some reason trying to make himself well known on Twitter. It's literally all their faults are not addressing the annoying little nuances, man. And I know the executives thing is probably my issue. I'm just saying reinvest your money and put it into worthwhile stuff like games from the ground up, which they're apparently already doing. But yeah, your generation too late. So they don't give out the exact numbers, but it pretty much achieved an all-time October high for the platform. Highest growth in October since I guess 2002. You gotta think of the fact that Red Dead came out. It's basically the one game Rockstar's released this generation that's brand new. Everybody was, going in and around whatever obstacles they could to get it day one. And then you had Call of Duty at the end of the month as well. So it's two pretty huge titles, man, on top of the Spider-Man hype, on top of the DLC hype, on top of the upcoming hype for the November games like Spyro. And that's all she wrote, man. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Nintendo Switch is having a hard time growing from what I'm looking at right now, man. So they don't have any content available. It's pretty much makes sense from that standpoint, since third-party games don't really do that well on that console aside from indies. And Xbox, believe it or not, has actually seen growth, but it's mostly due, from what I'm seeing, due to the PS4 and then the classic stuff like SNES Classic and NES Classic. And there's not much to talk about unless you're PlayStation owner. So I'm gonna move on from that fact. And speaking of November games that were supposed to be big, man, and if you paid attention, this is something you knew was kind of gonna be a disaster from the start. Whether you were in the beta, you saw the gameplay, you saw the fact that they didn't upgrade the engine, which they've been using the same engine. And that's not to say other studios don't use the same engines, but they haven't been upgrading their engine, which is called the Creation Engine. Naughty Dog, Sony Santa Monica, sure they have the same engines, but they're upgraded. They do work to improve the assets and everything else that goes into making something look the way the current generation is, or whatever generation you're in, make it look respectable. These guys don't care. They know they're gonna make money hand over fist due to the names of some of the franchises they own, like Fallout, you know. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna sell. I know they said 82% sales were down compared to Fallout 4, but think about it. Fallout 4 sold incredible. It's still one of the highest selling games in the United States and in general. So if this does even a fraction of that with the work they put into it, which we can see is literally zero work, then they'll have made their money, man. And it's funny how this kind of got started. They brought heat on themselves with the whole crossplay stupidity, right? We all know they're a shill of Microsoft and they were just parroting them because why would you try to take away money from yourself? Just weird. There's no other explanation other than the fact that you're shilling and maybe Microsoft pays you on the side, Xbox pays you on the side, whatever you want to call it. But this this hopefully is a game that doesn't sell well. We'll see how the worldwide sales come out and then we can total them up. But hopefully it sends a message to them that yo, this generation they are not that developer. Last generation they wrote Skyrim. The hell back, man. You know, people were doing that arrow to the knee shit for as long as can be, but not this generation. Fallout 4 was good. Again, it would have been a lot better if they would use an updated engine because, you know, other games like The Witcher and developers like CD Projekt Red and Guerrilla Games, Horizon Zero Dawn, even Infamous Second, like I mean, these games look so much better than the engine they're using. So much better. I enjoyed Fallout 4. I liked it a lot, but it looked dated in a lot of areas, and you're wondering when you guys gonna go out of your lazy ass way to update the engine. And I guess they don't give a fuck because their next game and the next Elder Scrolls iteration is going to be using the same engine. Whether they update it is another matter entirely, but you hope they do. And you kind of got to hit them where it hurts, which is their wallet. Don't buy this shit because it's shit. Look at the user scores for PS4. 15 critic reviews, so you're going to have to wait a little while because it's an online game for the rest of them to trickle down. But yeah, it's 15, so that's the most you can go off, you know, based off of math. You idiots that think they differ because of the system. For the most part, you're idiotic. Unless it states that there's a general issue with the system or another one has it's an advantage. This is literally just due to math. So 15, you'd have to go by the one with the most reviews because that's how you get an average, aka median. But you know, motherfuckers gonna pretend not to be good at math to basically support their console of choice, right? So then you got basically all of the three, PC included, because PCs you figure they make the most money because they'd be able to mod stuff. It's 55. This is not gonna get any better, guys. This is ridiculous. This is one of the lowest scored games, man. And you know, it's funny. You play a game like Knack, which I think got a 55 or 54, and it didn't really have any glitches. It was just kind of unoriginal, and there wasn't much to it. But the fact that it didn't have bugs, you know, I feel like games that don't have bugs need to get praised a little bit more, and polish matters a lot. And these guys are the main studio that have been getting away with the bug-filled glitch quest, glitch any. Their engine is probably the most bug-filled engine. Although their games are mad fun to play, they're deep as hell. Customization is deep. Item pickup is probably the best in any game. But they need to get brought back down to earth. Maybe this is the game to do it, man. You know, they're probably putting in so much work in the next Skyrim, man. If I'm not mistaken, their next game is called Starchild? Or is it Starlink? I'm thinking of the Naughty Dog new IP, but no, I think it's Starchild. Somebody correct me on that if I'm wrong or if you care. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Like I said, hit them where it hurts, which is their wallet. They'll make the next game and or engine better. If you keep buying their garbage, much like Call of Duty, you're gonna get more of the same, and you're not gonna get dedicated. You know, I'm not. It's funny as hell to me that they're still using peer-to-peer servers in Call of Duty when you make all this money. But yeah, guys, the people that are rich, they spend the least, and it's for a reason. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I'll be back next week with some hopefully more updated, interesting news regarding some of the actual NPD numbers and see if anything else comes up, man, because we don't have a lot of other stuff basically to look up forward to until January hits, which you're gonna get a whole bunch of games, including Kingdom Hearts, which just went gold by the way, Resident Evil, and a bunch of other goodies. But yeah, guys, Below 20 is out. Have a happy Thanksgiving week and holiday. Take